Caribbean Heritage Month. A lot of exciting things have been happening in the Caribbean community. And of course, I have to bring my partner in to let him know and let the community know what we've been doing. As usual, Chris Daley is my partner, and he does digital marketing. He's an engineer. He's very creative and very involved in the Caribbean community. Chris, tell us a little bit about what makes Caribbean American heritage important to you.
Hi, Jenny. It's always great talking with you and partnering with you in promoting what's good happening within Jamaica and the Caribbean. Caribbean American Heritage Month is very important for me because here in Washington, I'm privileged to work with a person who actually found and drove this idea and got it federalized in 2005 under President George Bush. So when we get opportunities like that, we need to take advantage of it to showcase all that Caribbean Americans have added to the value of the immigration experience within the United States. So this gives me, I do everything. I drop everything during the month of June to support and make sure that we keep that rich tradition of showcasing, not just the cultural heritage, but also other elements that we bring to the marketplace.
So what are you doing to celebrate the month?
Well, I can say this is June 10th. Last week, I had some very interested meetings. We met on Capitol Hill here in D.C., and we also, I was there on Thursday, where we looked at how there's a major piece of legislation that passed in 2016 December. It's H.R. 4939 that is going to replace the Caribbean Basin Initiative. Not a lot of people are aware of it, but it's coming. And for once, the diaspora had lots of input into that legislation, working in partnership with the State Department. Now, the lowest part, we have continued to have yearly meetings on Capitol Hill to make sure that the necessary funding to support the 10-place initiative goes in place. And on Friday, I was involved with, we also look at legacy and how do we raise up the next generation of Caribbean leaders. And so I was a part of a morning program where we looked at affirming young people doing great things within the Caribbean who are under 30 years old. And in the afternoon, we looked at two issues in workshops, one on education for folks here within the United States and where they're struggling and how we can impact that. And then on climate change and resilience and how we can make sure that we use resources from here to make sure our homeland are also protected via climate change. So it was a busy week.
Yeah, sounds like it. And for those of you in listening, that 30 under, the Caribbean's under 30, that's on social media. So if you can actually see that. And I think that would be a great asset to those of you who would like to actually see that. And,
exactly. If you want to see the profile of these kids, go to Facebook Ignite Caribbean, and you see a good profile of these kids and what the good things they've been doing.
Yeah. So what are some of the tangible things they're doing?
Well, apart from that, one of the things I personally like to do is I have a particular project in which I'm putting some elbow grease beyond the talking and the planning that takes place. And the project that I've chosen this year is medical tourism. I chose medical tourism because I see it as a great opportunity to move us beyond the sand and surf to put on top of that wellness and other health-related services. This marketplace is a huge marketplace, and it's building and it's growing rapidly. And we're very close to North America, where it's the major market for these services. So as healthcare grows in North America and Europe, folks are looking for places where they can get those services rendered. And so it's much cheaper to do it in, say, the Caribbean. Thus the sets of a flight to these regions, and you can have a great rehabilitation or after if surgery is involved. So I think it's something we should really focus on. And so I'd like to focus on that. So this June only, I've taught my team into giving away some really good digital products because we're into marketing. We're going to build 2 full-fledged websites for folks, each valued at $2,500. And we also will build 2 commercial promotional videos for them, valued at $800. So the team is all ready to go and to make that happen this month.
Now that is great that you're doing this for the community, and we definitely appreciate it. But of course, we're going to have some skeptics out there, and so for the skeptics out there, we'll say, well, what's in it for you?
Well, part of it is a skill that I have that I think if we're not giving back, even in sacrificial ways like this, we're not really serious. And so instead of going down to these seminars that I think they have in Jamaica, I said, why don't I use that fund and instead build something and give it to places within the Caribbean that are doing great stuff. And so that's the initiative that I'm choosing to do this year. For those who may be say, gee, why would somebody do something like that? I think when you're part of a pioneer in peace, it gives you a sense of legacy, that you've left something and you're at the beginning of something big that I think it can be for the Caribbean. So I'd like to be remembered as somebody who actually helped support the medical tourism and wellness industry within the islands.
Awesome. So how can folks take advantage of this gift?
It's very easy. We've actually created a website where they can actually go and submit a request to get advantage of this. And they can go to digitaltogrow.com/paradise. That's digitaltogrow.com/paradise. And there they'll see a description of the offerings that we have. They leave their name and their email address with us. We put them into the registers of those, and, come June 30th, we'll be doing a random selection from that list and award people 2 websites and 2 30-second videos.
Awesome. Okay, guys, you hear what Chris is bringing to the table? So let's take advantage of it and watch your business grow. Chris, as always, we always enjoy talking to you. And to learn more about Jamaican Diaspora, visit Jamaican Diaspora. And, of course, Chris, tell them that website again.
It's digital, digital, 2, grow.com/paradise.
Okay. Well, Chris, we'll talk to you next time. Bye now.
All right. Thanks, Denise.
Okay.